Hi, Joe and J. Alexander Roofing, State Route 103, Bluffton, Ohio. I'm here today performing a video inspection of the roof. I'm also going to take measurement for purpose of estimate. All right, this roof's pretty cut and dry. We've got some storm damage, it's evident. The tarp here, we got some button caps that are nailing some sections down. We got a missing tab here. So that's evident. You've already met with the insurance company. I don't have to speak a lot more about that. Let's talk about the system you have going on. These shingles are wore down. They're also discontinued. So don't let the insurance company patch this in for you. That's the one thing I'll say about it. This is the old Horizon brand from Certainty. They discontinued because it wasn't that good of a product. They had some major issues with it. The system itself, you've got some decent ventilation here. However, when we come in and strip this down, we won't use these old aluminum ones. An inch shingle over ridge vent. We're going to maximize a little bit of your ridge as well. You've got a good 3 to 4 feet down here. You can put additional ventilation on, so we will do that. Over here, this is a really tight spot. I'm not saying it's leaking or anything right now. I'm not saying it's done wrong. We've got a valley almost dumping right into some siding, so what we're gonna do is strip all the siding off down here, apply ice and water barrier on the deck, up the wall, and then give you all new jumbo step flashing as well, just to ensure, more than anything, my peace of mind, so you're not calling me for a leak. I'm gonna make sure all that's done properly. You've got several different areas like this where your fascia dives in. Wasn't flashed the best, not the best work, not the cleanest. We'll pop that stuff off, reflash it, make sure everything's good to go. Down here, we just spoke about it, ice and water barrier on this entire porch because I just threw my pitch finder on it. It's just over at 2 pitch. That's what the pitch finder on my phone is reading. So yeah, it's industry standard. You have to apply ice and water barrier to that whole thing, and then the shingles over top of that. We do apply ice and water barrier to all the eaves, all the valleys, so the basement is the same way. And the only other thing that I really touch base on is this power fan back here. So this is counterproductive. If you have a power, you kind of got to do either or. Basically what they tell us is a rule of thumb, if you have the power vent, you can't have a ridge vent right above it, because essentially when that vent kicks on, it's not circulating air, it's just pulling fresh air from the ridge right above it. So basically it's stealing fresh air from the rest of the house. So we'll talk about that more when we get together to discuss the estimate. But other than that, I'm going to bid you out to come in here, strip the entire roof off down to the decking, ice and water barrier on all the eaves. We inspect all your wood, all your fasteners or your nails. We inspect your ventilation. We talked about that briefly. And then we put you back together with a new roofing system through Owens Corning. Last thing I'll touch base on here, all the vent pipes, the flashing, we leave the pipe, all the flashing gets swapped out. And other than that, we leave the gutters, we leave the wood, and pretty much everything else is new. Thank you.